Some might ask, what's the hurry? But if it's the difference between getting McDonald's breakfast and settling for a Big Mac, well, run like the wind.
Sit in the hip like, whenever you tip them all got to sit in the hip like, whenever
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's like that. Got him and stays fair.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
It's like that.
You don't have to wear a uniform for service or sacrifice. Every day, ordinary Americans perform extraordinary acts of courage and selfless service. Please join us in recognizing citizen heroes who have made a difference in the lives of others through their acts of courage and selfless service in communities across America. Nominate a citizen hero today at themedalofhonor.com.
Welcome back to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. Tony, what do you think?
Quincy, it's 2 a.m. You have school tomorrow. Get some rest.
See you tomorrow, Saquon.
You got it, Questy.
His name is Quincy. The crowd goes wild.
Hey, Quincy!
Quincy! Your son's fantasies are going to destroy my house. Spin move! Quincy, take the slap! Hike! Here comes Fred Warner!
I'm open!
He's got Jefferson!
Hit the gritty?
Nah, hit the Quincy!
Where is that boy going?
Nobody was
Oh no!
Bring it, little man.
Cam Jordan!
I'll see you tomorrow, Quasi!
Quincy's in trouble!
I got you.
He pitches into Saquon! No! My ball!
That's on you, bro. Besides, I'm not even real.
Is this your ball? What's your name?
Quishy.
Quincy. I'm OC. I know that look. I know that dream. I had the same one. See, Quincy, doesn't have to be a dream anymore. Doesn't matter where you're born, as long as you're born to play.
Just making sure you were real.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. I'm not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
It's time.
Pasta and chocolate dinner.
Oh, terrific.
Pasta dinner.
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Walk-off home run. Here's a shot to the right side. This is anything up to the Here's a strike right side, too. It's College Hoops live on the Southeast Sports Network. A look at the gateway to the South, the Peach City, as we welcome you inside of the Brown Athletic Center in Waleska, Georgia, just about 40 minutes northeast of the busiest stretch of highway in America. The Pioneers of Spartanburg have made their way over through that stretch of highway to battle the Eagles of Reinhardt. I'm Gabriel Schrei here with Lorenzo Robinson, and we send you now for a look at the starting lineup. These are your starters for the Pioneers and the Eagles. Musa, Kelvin, Jenkins, Aiken, Shannon, and Terrell. From left to right for Spartanburg Methodist College. For Reinhardt University, T. Williams, Brown, AJ, Jackson, and Nakai getting the start for the Reinhardt Eagles. And here's a look at the numbers side by side for these two teams. Their overall record on top. A 3-game skid for the Eagles, a 2-game skid for these Pioneers. And this is a big opportunity for these two, Lorenzo.
It is. It's a huge opportunity, especially when you start looking towards March. Only the top 10 teams make it in the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Right now, going into the final stretch of the season, the Reinhardt Eagles, 10th in the conference, Spartanburg Methodist, 13th. They're trying to find their way into that top 10.
About ready to go between these two teams. So much action this season, and the AAC has been a red-hot, really tight race. Any brief thoughts on the significance of this before tip?
Yeah, again, you're looking at trying to position yourself in that conference tournament. A team in Reinhardt right now sort of in the mix, in that middle of the pack spot. They can be as low as 10th, as low as out of the playoffs, as high as 5th or 4th with a few victories down the stretch. Meanwhile, Spartanburg Methodist just trying to keep pace and give themselves a chance to even make the conference tournament, and a victory will go a long way towards helping their chances here tonight.
A lot of great games around the league as we've got a quick delay before we get started, trying to get something sorted out. TWU taking on the Pikeville Bears, the Rams of CIU, and the Golden Bears and the Buffs taking on the Rams. All really good action as we are underway in Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball. If you're just joining us, welcome inside of the Brown Athletic Center on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei, my good friend and analyst, Lorenzo Robinson. Kind of we're looking for that straightaway three. Well, I would think they're going to try to make a statement early.
And expect to see a heavy dose of number 3, T. Williams, with the basketball in his hands.
Nasty from T, who tries to bury that. It rolls and won't go from the wing.
But T. Williams has been one of the best scorers in the AAC since joining the Eagles last season. This year, second in the conference in points per game with 18.5.
Back out to the straightaway, shovel to the corner. Pioneers. He's going to drive, has a lane all the way inside, and it rattles off where it's pulled down by Derek Brown. Good look. To respond, this rattles and goes. Beautiful bucket for A.J. Shaw.
And that was a nice, strong take by Shaw, getting all the way to the rim. He's a bigger guard, that time using his size to his disposal.
From the wing, he kicks it to the corner, and the three ball is automatic for the Pioneers of Spartanburg Methodist. Kelvin Brown, the senior.
Yeah, and that's a welcome sight for Spartanburg Methodist as a team coming into this game, just a hair under 27% from downtown.
Yeah, that was one of the stats on that opening look at the two teams side by side, and they've really struggled from long range.
Both teams really struggle from long range, but the best way to sort of find your footing as a team shooting the basketball is to try to get shots in rhythm. That's exactly what Calvin Brown was able to do there.
Williams to Brown. Derek all over him. Over the top in a collision. Sights came together with Shaw, and they couldn't get under it.
Yeah, it was some miscommunication there. Not really sure who that pass was intended for. I will say I'm a big fan of the light blue uniforms for the Reinhardt basketball team here today.
On the way, the three ball goes from South Carolina. Are you kidding me? You've got to pay taxes to ship a ball that far.
Yeah, that was Kennedy Aiken Shannon. Maybe hit that one from Aiken, South Carolina.
Derek Brown flips it out to Shaw. That was bananas range. To get back to what you were saying, I love the unis as well. The powder blues, the two ball bangs out of the iron. Big fan of the powder blue for Reinhardt, and I really like the midnight going on for Spartanburg Methodist. Three ball heavily contested, tried that anyhow.
In some places we call that Carolina blue, Gabe. You know, I had to throw that in there because one of the greatest rivalries in sports has another chapter on Saturday night, Duke in North Carolina.
I don't think even the Spartanburg Methodist fans would like that. Because they're in South Carolina. They're going to be like, don't talk about UNC Chapel Hill.
Well, the funny thing about South Carolina, there are people at South Carolina that refer to it as USC. I come from the school of thought of USC belonging to that school in LA.
And I got too many USC friends to agree with you. I can't get away with that. Stolen away by the Pioneers and flicked across.
As Dabo Swinney said, USC is in LA and Carolina's in Chapel Hill.
On the way, and this is off the window. Tried to block it. That's crazy. They're going to come get you. Reinhardt through Shaw, heavily contested. Calvin Brown on top of it.
But Gabe, that's really where I think A.J. Shaw is at his best, getting downhill, putting pressure on the rim. Again, he's a big guard. He has plenty of size. Anytime he's able to put some pressure on the rim, that is when he really can take off and play his best ball.
Well, thank you, T, for giving us your chain.
We'll keep it safe over here at the scores table.
Keep it safe for you. This goes. A.J. Shaw at the line. 6'4". Reinhardt trailing to Spartanburg's Pioneers.
We see the Eagles now trying to turn up the defensive pressure.
I thought he would take the corner three and the whistle as they try to finesse that through to Terrell.
But you can kind of see those wheels turning for the Spartanburg Methodist players. Not a team that is used to bombing from long range. When you have a team like that, you have to force them to take those type of shots.
The give. He's going to drive along the block where it's stolen away by T. Williams. Hand off to Shaw. Kick to Lau. Shaw doing some work on the straightaway. He's defended there by Musa. Almost shook him on the screen. Back to Brown. Wide open from the elbow. Big high bounce, and it's pulled down by Marifi.
Shot not going, but that was good offense for the Reinhardt Eagles. A.J. Shaw finding an open Derek Brown. He's got to continue to get good looks.
Williams, the whistle, as this will be a foul against 3. Shaw is headed across to get the change.
And that's Caleb Jenkins entering the game, the sophomore from Sumter, South Carolina. He's second in the AAC in steals this season.
Jenkins just got it through to Lau. Tucker heavily defended, escapes Jenkins. Entry feed for Brown. Backdoor, T. Williams has a man come down on top of him as he gives it off to Seitz.
Yeah, but we see there the active hands from Caleb Jenkins, not allowing T. Williams to take advantage of nearly a foot advantage in height down low.
Reinhardt will inbound. This is sent on by Jackson. Trying to get the ball on, and they will. Back to Williams. Fired a pass out front, tipped away from Lau as it's almost hauled in by Lacey. To the corner, 3 ball, just skipped off the front of the iron, kept alive. Wow, a second chance, buries the 3 from Atlanta, Georgia. For the first time, Reinhardt out ahead, 7-6.
Lau's been one of the best shooters in the conference over the course of his career. Among the league leaders in career three-pointers made. You see there the Pickens County native coming up big for the Eagles yet again.
Three ball for the Pioneers in response. Buries that one from the railroad tracks. Williams runs the floor with heat. Tried to dish it to the elbow, stolen. Pioneers free and running. Spartanburg Methodist hits the E-brake, and it's enough to disrupt. Boy, he was free, and what a play by Seitz to get back and stop him.
Absolutely, and we know that Reinhardt was coming with intentions of answering that three ball. Nice stop, though, from the Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers.
We've got a good one underway in North Georgia between the Eagles and the Pioneers on SCSN.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Tell me about that. Can you tell me about the NBC broadcast?
NBC picking up the NBA.
I want to hear about it.
Some of the better basketball broadcasts I've seen in the last 10 years, and
really?
I'm always very keen on how they talk about the game, not really focusing so much on the narratives, but just good, clean basketball conversation. I think NBC is bringing it back.
Man, we have 3 cameras, right? And that's one thing I pay attention to. So we have one up top, one on the floor with us that's tracking the action as a secondary angle. And then I'll even show you, we got this wide angle with us. NBC will have 32 cameras and like 89% of the game, not NBC, ESPN will have 32 cameras and 90% of the game is from the top cam. You got and you have directors and replay, like, come on. Give me some more to watch from. I love when they play the national championship, they always put in a rail cam on the floor. That's the best look, I think, in sports. Williams fights his way through. From the low block, just couldn't knock it down. Good look. Disrupted. He'll have to step back on the front court, being harassed. Tried to flick it forward. Pioneers stay with the ball. Spartanburg Methodist sent it outside.
The Eagles hounding the Pioneers on the perimeter right now.
Hounding is the right word. Fires it, and it's wide. Headed to the other end quickly. Tried that from the corner, it rattled out, and gathered by Marithi.
But that's a look that I'm sure that Coach Richard Morgan would love to see Nakai Fisher take more often. Very capable jump shooter, and it was in rhythm.
Dished across, and Jenkins' feet doesn't result in the 3-ball. Had a good look. We've already played 6.5 minutes in a 3-point game. Pioneers leading with a second lead change of the game coming a few minutes ago.
Right now, the Eagle offense a bit late arriving to the party. They have gotten some good looks, not really getting them to fall right now. So I think there's some confusion going on. Someone got teed up, unsure of who they delivered it to.
Yeah, I'd like to know what the call is here.
Yeah, there's a conference happening around the free throw line with the officials.
We'll see what their decision is. They're coming together. No music yet. Tonight's officials are Kevin Pace, Art Williams, and Dwayne Moore.
I think this is the point in time where we start playing the Jeopardy theme song.
It's about that time. Still together. I can hear the radio crew, the local radio crew here is also speculating what is going on. So they've delivered the call.
So we're going to get 22 called with a push, so that's Blake Seitz. And then a technical foul. Still looking to see who that technical foul was on.
Right now they've got it in the stat book as Joe Raines, but I don't think he was on the floor.
So Joe Raines was on the bench, so that would be...
It could be on him.
They'd be assigning it to him from the bench. Again, still waiting for some official confirmation.
Yeah, both coaches are at the table right now with Kevin and Art. And talking it out. Trying to figure out what will stand. I don't think they're going to tell us what's going on. They're still, this might still be up for debate. And Morgan doesn't look happy. You know, this is going to happen. You're going to get that. This is an emotional game, college level basketball.
So we've got a foul on blue 22.
Okay.
After that, we've got a Class B technical foul on Reinhardt's bench.
Okay.
That's all.
Thank you. So the foul, that was right in the book. It was on the bench. It is a tech, and our top cam is actually missing the free throws at the line taken by Aiken Shannon. 22 caught it in blue. So that would be Seitz, as we called initially. But the foul then followed by a tech, a Class B tech from the bench that sends Aiken Shannon to the line. Big shout out to Kevin for coming over and sharing that with us.
Yeah, and to your credit, that's why you make nice with the officials,
I'm telling
right?
you, dude. They always, if you introduce yourself, they will take the time to come over and do that. And they won't if you don't introduce yourself. 3 ball on the way, rattled off, hauled in somehow in traffic by Jackson. Running the floor, he's got room across to T. Williams, knifes his way through. Oh, baby, what a play by big number 3.
And the long strides, the hang in the air, finish.
Impressive play in traffic. Pioneers tried it off the glass, and Williams disrupts. 11-9, Spartanburg ahead. Jackson floats it across, Williams to the corner. Wow, can't get it to go from downtown as Spartanburg hauls it in.
And I know T. Williams wanted to be unselfish and hit Tucker Lau in the corner, but I don't know. I think number 3 should have taken that one.
I don't disagree. Had time to pull the trigger. Fed down inside, and that's a great unselfish feed down low to Marithi, who finishes it off.
Into the game right now for the Reinhardt Eagles, Arail Jones, the freshman point guard, the Charlotte, North Carolina native. He's a guy who looks to push the pace and get into the teeth of the defense.
On the way, Fisher gets his first points of the game. It's a deep 3 ball from downtown Waleska.
And I've always been a believer in the Kai Fisher's talent, a very capable jump shooter. And when he's aggressive offensively, it really transforms this offense of the Reinhardt Eagles.
Pioneers working, they lead by 1, 13-12. Brown's got 6, 4 for Aiken Shannon, 3 for Marithi. As this one is buried by Calvin Brown, he's got 8 and a chance to get the old-fashioned 3.
And Calvin Brown shouldering the load offensively, putting his shoulder into the chest of T. Williams on that one. A score and a chance for one more. So this is off topic, but the head coach of Spartanburg Methodist, Blake Jackson, how about the shoe game from him over there with the 12s? I see you, coach.
Yeah, wow. Can we get a look at that on camera? I think we can. Very important detail of this broadcast is the shoes of Blake Jackson.
That's always been my dream, to become a basketball coach, not necessarily for the basketball aspect, but the showcase was in my closet.
Understandable. Look at those shoes. We're going back to the line already. (15-12). At the stripe with a percentage this season of 77%. Kelton Teasley, the sophomore. The football guys are really something else tonight as this one goes for Kelton. He goes 1 for 2 at the line at 16-12. Man, I'm trying to do a thing here. I can't even focus with these guys behind me. On the way, Reinhardt. Entry feed by Jones. Back outside to Derek Brown. From the top of the block, can you say two ball? Oh, baby.
And Derek Brown is 6'7". Anytime that he tries to rise and fire from that mid-range area, it is so difficult to contest. You're just praying that he misses.
On the way, driving off the window. It's too easy. Zanai Davis, the sophomore.
I've been very impressed with Spartanburg Methodist taking it right into the chest of these Reinhardt shot blockers.
Whipped across, wide open. Jones can't hit it. Kept alive by Shaw. Brown on the straightaway. Dish to Jones again. Lots of fun to watch Ariel Jones. Fires in motion, and this rattles off the side.
And even though they're not getting a whole lot of shots to fall, they're getting good looks every time down.
This goes, oh my goodness. How did he hit that?
Yeah, Zanai Davis falling to the ground. Great body control to get that one into the basket, a score and a chance for one more.
This is a tough line to shoot at with a football team here in full force for Reinhardt. They have been the ultimate student section. Oh, the mop just broke. Derek Brown going to try to repair the mop. And he's got it. Mopping up that spot on the floor. At the line is Lacey, the senior forward. Oh, the mop broke again.
Less than ideal situation.
Mop is challenged tonight to a tough outing for Reinhardt. Lacey this season, 50% at the line. 50.6, it's 41 for 81 this year.
We used to be a proper country. There used to be a guy down there on the baseline getting ready to do that job. I'm not really sure what happened to that.
This goes for Lacey, who gets off. Bro, he says we used to be a proper country.
We were.
Well,
there was always a guy on duty on both baselines ready to mop the floor.
What did happen to that?
What happened to the mop boys, man? We'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, it used to be a great... Oh, it's blocked away inside. He was trying to feed it through. Jones is rejected by Kelton Teasley, who makes a nice play. What did happen to the mop guys? This is a sad day. Brown loses it in the paint. On the move, Lacey's got some room, looking for help with a convoy. Triple teamed backdoor. Oh my goodness. Number 2 off the window.
The Spartanburg Methodist, they've struggled all season long. Right now, bringing up the rear in the AAC, but you would not be able to tell based on their performance so far today.
Reball off the mark. This rolls off of the floor. Derek Brown back to defend. We're going to take a break as these two teams head to the side of the floor. We got a barn burner in North Georgia. 23-14, Spartanburg Methodist on a nice 7-point run. We're back in North Georgia. College hoops on the Southeast Sports Network. 23-14, Gabriel Try, Lorenzo Robinson. Oh my goodness, three ball wide open. He couldn't have been more open if he were the bank at 1 p.m. on a weekday.
Yeah, Caleb Jenkins, easy as Sunday morning on that one.
Jones fumbles the bag as they dive back near midcourt.
So there's a saying over the course of my time as a Reinhardt football player that Reinhardt's head football coach James Miller used to always say, whenever you have a situation, you're playing a team that may have been down for most of the season, a team that suffered a lot of defeats coming into your building, you have to kill a mosquito with an axe. Whenever you let a team like that hang around, eventually they start to believe that they can beat you, and the energy completely shifts. Right now, Spartanburg Methodist, all the momentum has swung their way, and the Eagles find themselves in catch-up mode.
On the way, Jones, floater, nice shot, beautiful delivery down inside, and just perfectly over the top of Lacey.
And I love Aureo Jones' slashing ability, puts a lot of pressure on the rim. Great touch around the basket as well. When he is under control, he is hard to stop.
Baseline, fires, and rattles and goes. SMC responds immediately.
How about that move from Caleb Jenkins?
Shaw, backdoor Williams, rattles and won't drop. Pulled down by the Pioneers. Big rebound by Lacey.
And that was a terrific move by T. Williams, but it's just been that sort of day for the Eagles.
We've already seen him hit that automatic three, fought his way through, ball sent into the air. Pioneers still have it. And as Rail tries to get it, we've got a player slow to rise in the low paint. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, that's Tavares Lacey down in the paint, the 6'4" senior from Duncan, South Carolina. Anytime a lot of bodies are flying and hitting the floor, that's always the risk you take. Seems to be okay, though, just a little bit shaken up.
Gonna make his way over to coach. And Lacey off of the floor. Maybe some confusion. Sent on. Working his way is Caleb Jenkins, who floats it back to the straightaway. Pulley, big collision. Nakai goes down hard, or scratch that, it's Aureo Jones, excuse me.
Right now, Reinhardt is in a position where they need to try to find a way to flip the tide, to turn the momentum to their side, whether that's a spark plug play, whether that's an energy play, an extra effort play. There has to be a play made to get this crowd back involved into the game.
You have the ultimate home crowd advantage in the AAC right now. You have the entire football team here. I like that saying by James Miller. That's going to go in my lexicon. Kill a mosquito with an axe. Entry feed, kick back outside. All the way across by Shaw. Nearly pickpocketed. Williams goes to work, and it bangs out on him.
Yeah, and again, it's just been that type of day. Nothing doing for the Eagles. T. Williams, point-blank range. Bouncing in, bouncing out.
Nice play. All the way down low, and he couldn't finish. Huge collision. Williams hit in the face with a shoulder. Davis was just scrambling for the rebound and ran him over by mistake.
But T. Williams has made some nice moves around the basket. But so far, 1 for 5. He's getting great looks. They are just not going his way in the early stages.
Hopefully he's all right. Looks to be good to go as he'll make his way down the floor and take these. This season, T. Williams has hit 83% of his chances at the line. 62 for 80. Rattles out on it. It's a classic announcer's jinx.
I was just about to say, that's as announcer's jinx as announcer's jinx can get.
He's hit almost 90%, misses immediately. That's crazy.
I think the craziest one I've ever seen was in the finals with Steph Curry.
Yes. Blown tire. Ball poked out. Williams, flight number 3. Clear the runway and fire up those lights. He's out of here. Gorgeous play for T. Williams and the Reinhardt Eagles. They are trailing and need to find a way back into this, down by 10 on their home floor in North Georgia. In North Georgia, we've got Appalachian Athletic Conference basketball on SESN. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson coming out of a powerfully selective timeout. Dished, and he took that extra step, immediately caught Kelton, hit with a whistle by Art. T. Williams.
Yeah, those violations are always kind of hard to catch in real time. Nice job on the official for being on top of it.
Williams takes this, drives off the window. Big number 3 doing work in Waleska.
And that was a great physical, aggressive move by T. Williams getting into the paint. Not like the adjustment that Coach Morgan made on that last possession. T. Williams is capable of slashing from the perimeter, but getting him the ball in that mid-post area on the elbow, allowing him to work and forcing the defense to make some tough decisions.
Big collision down inside, and you can hear the crowd not happy.
Now that's another one of the tougher calls in the game, the block versus the charge. I think that T. Williams was there. I believe that the offensive player maybe ducked his shoulder into Williams. I think, unfortunately for T. Williams, his feet were in the restricted area.
Again, we are mopless tonight. Mop-free.
Never good to be mopless.
It's not good.
Never good.
Yeah, we're without mop.
That's a bad place to be. Without mop, indeed. That's a bad place to be.
I got a towel, it looks like, or something.
But we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
And now they're using their shoes, and I think they're satisfied.
Hey, come one, come all. Everyone do your job, big or small.
I think it would be fine if the mop wasn't. What did you just say? I almost let that go. Is that like a? Is that Dr. Seuss?
That's not Dr. Seuss. That's Lorenzo Robinson.
That's Dr. Seuss. 28-20. Dr. Robinson.
Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. I can make a rhyme anytime.
I feel like you could write a mean children's book.
So what did the salamander say to the cat?
Stop. As this one goes, it's 30-20 in North Georgia. 6 minutes still to play in this first half of action.
Would love to see Arreo Jones get more involved, really switching the tempo.
Wow, down the baseline, tries this and just off the mark. I thought he had the layup. Pioneers wanted to extend that lead, and Kelton has it disrupted. Arreo is going to be called as last touching it.
But he hasn't really gotten too involved on the ball. I think that's when he's at his best, when he's able to push the tempo and get out in transition, really put a lot of pressure on teams defensively.
And the violation called immediately. The ball will go to Reinhardt's Eagles as Williams will put it on to A.J. Shaw.
But this is where not really having many consistent jump shooters really comes back to bite you, because you want to try to space out and give your drivers as much space as possible, but there aren't really a ton of guys that the defense has to worry about. That's the main person that they feel like they need to stop from the perimeter, and Tucker Lau. Outside of him, not a whole lot of consistency.
Oh, the floater and the foul. And one opportunity.
Now, even if this isn't a team that's used to knocking down threes at a high clip, they have multiple guys that can get downhill and make plays. A.J. Shaw has especially been very aggressive here today.
Shaw has 6 points, a chance to make it 7 with the old-fashioned three, as we've hung around in this single-digit margin. Yes.
And I would say this is probably more aggressive than I've seen him offensively. He's really taking it upon himself to get into the teeth of the defense and make decisions.
Kelton pitched it back across. It comes off the scorer's table, and so we'll head the other way.
Yeah, and I'm going to give Bryce Johnson over there, our clock operator, a hard time. He saw that ball coming, and he was ducking out of the way. You got to be an athlete. You got to try to catch
it. Something. Flicked forward from along the baseline, enters the low block and fighting for his life. Brown kicked it outside, and the three ball rattles out on Musa. After the miss by Marithi, Reinhardt to the other end of the floor. Williams drives into the lane, backdoor feed, and it's too easy. Another bucket for A.J. Shaw, who's got 9 points.
Nice attack by T. Williams, but leaving it for Dylan Fullwood, who finishes with the deuce. Reinhardt picking up some momentum.
Way to feed the hot hand, kept alive, pitched forward, Lau all alone. Number 2 has a bit too much sauce as it's pulled down by the Pioneers, and we're headed the other way. I think we should just mic up the student section. Taken on the move. Flicked outside to Shaw. Drives down low, and this is disrupted. Kelton, long feed, looked for the baseline initially. Back out front, easy hook shot buried by Marithi. And he's up to 5 points.
Spartanburg Methodist taking advantage of having numbers on that play. There were 2 blue jerseys on the ground, 5 black jerseys on the other end. Pioneers taking advantage.
Shaw doing some work. Fights his way through and gets it to go, and 1. He's got 9 and a chance to make it 10. 32-27, Reinhardt within 5.
And I love the aggression that I've seen from A.J. Shaw in this game, getting downhill and finishing with authority, getting the hoop and the harm.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
Back in North Georgia with college hoops on SESN. 5-point game with 3 minutes and change left to play in this first half of action. Well, it's been a really good one. Gabriel Schrein, Lorenzo Robinson. We have had a blast so far.
Yeah, it's totally been a ton of fun watching these two teams do battle. Again, Reinhardt right now in that top 10 to be able to clinch their spot into the AAC tournament, a spot in Kingsport, Tennessee. Spartanburg Methodist trying to find their way into that top 10 spot. They can really help themselves by knocking off the Eagles here at the Brown Athletic Center.
No kidding. Kelvin Brown, AJ Shaw both have 10 points. Entry feed is disrupted. Reinhardt steals it away. A rail to Lau out front. Williams fires, heavily contested, and the shooter's roll almost pays off. Pioneers working the other end of the floor. Back to the wing, now to the corner. Driving down the block, almost jammed it. I think we just got to mic this one guy up. Pumps, fires, Jackson nails the long two ball.
Don't look.
We're losing him. Kelton hits the brakes at midcourt. Three ball rattles out on the Pioneers. Jackson will lead the way. Pitched across to T. Williams. Three ball short. Tried that one from downtown Waleska.
Yeah, trying to take the lead on that shot in one fell swoop. Would have loved to see them swing it around and get a better look. But this is the end of the floor where the run has really began defensively. The Eagles turning up the intensity.
Reinhardt is on a 14-2 run.
Look at that, diving on the floor.
Pioneers, this is a chance to stop it. Contested and somehow gets it to go. Nakai Fisher, beautiful clean play defensively. Just couldn't stop him.
Yeah, that was a great attack by Kelton Teasley, conquering Mount Fisher on the play.
Stolen. 60 seconds to go in the first half. And this is off. No!
Yeah, they're going to get Nakai Fisher on the foul. They're going to say that he tripped the offensive player, Musa Marithi. You can tell the Reinhardt faithful disagreeing with the call on the floor. I feel like disagreeing is putting it lightly. There were some audible moans and groans after that call. I mean, you can hear it.
Yeah, it speaks for itself. 58 seconds left on the clock, 34-30. Spartanburg Methodist threatening to bust up what was an incredible run to this point.
In the immortal words of Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie.
Indeed, the ball does not lie.
Now, sometimes it tells tales.
Entry feed Williams back outside, a rail all the way around the world. Nakai short. Fisher follows his shot to the basket and one. What a play.
Yeah, that was a great attack by Nakai Fisher, attacking that closeout, getting the hoop in a nice little flex for good measure. Again, I just feel like this team is a different group when Nakai Fisher is aggressive offensively, not just taking advantage of getting good looks from the perimeter, but putting the ball on the floor, not being afraid to get his teeth into the defense and finishing. And speaking of being fearless, the shortest guy on the floor, Caleb Jenkins, re-entering the game, 5'7", but you can tell he has a ton of heart with the way that he played in his first shift.
Rattles and goes for Fisher as he gets all three and brings us within one. Game and shot clock are separated by 5 seconds. We'll keep it here and talk about it. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson. Time is growing short on this first half. It's been a really good one. Lorenzo, your thoughts on this first half and what to expect in this last few seconds?
Well, I think the Reinhardt Eagles need to try to finish off this run by getting a nice stop on one end. Even if you don't get an opportunity on the other, you just want to go into halftime with some momentum. Meanwhile, Spartanburg Methodist trying to wrestle away that momentum. They had all the momentum in the world in the early stages of the first half, now clinging to a one-point advantage.
34, 33, 35 seconds left to play in this first half as we have college hoops for you on the Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson. Halftime coming up quickly in what has been an absolute barn burner. 8 points for T. Williams, 6 for Nakai Fisher, Jones of the pair, Fullwood of the pair, 5 for Teasley and Jenkins, 3 for Lacey, 4 for Aiken Shannon, and 10 for Calvin Brown.
Calvin Brown was the story of the first 10 minutes. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get a look here.
Somehow threw Kelton off the window, and that makes it a 3-point game. Shot clock is off. He gets the steal, fights his way through, and makes it a 5-point game. 4 seconds, 3, 2. Nakai Fisher pumps, fires from the wing. Yes, the buzzer beater to end the first half. Nakai Fisher showing out on his home floor in what promises to be a barn burner down the stretch. What a first half of play, Lorenzo.
Yes, a barn burner indeed. It looked like Spartanburg Methodist was poised to run away with it. Great job by the Reinhardt Eagles to get themselves back into this ball game. This is a classic AAC tour on our hands, Gabe.
As good as it's going to get. We'll be back with more college basketball on the Southeast Sports Network in just a few moments.
Everyone has a ritual. That small thing to keep us focused. A habit we never skip. To clear our minds and elevate our performance. But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Maybe you surround yourself with positivity. Or you need to center yourself. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body. It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
You around the country for some live looks at other games underway right now in NAIA basketball action.
West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Preparation have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament.
The atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this coming out.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. Unbelievable moment in this part of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo?
A look at Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome back inside of the Brown Athletic Center. Second half getting started right now in just seconds. A 2-point game after one half of play. The Pioneers in the lead over the Reinhardt Eagles. Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson, glad you're with us on the Southeast Sports Network. On the way, this rattles off the heel of the iron. It remains a 2-point game, and Reinhardt a chance to respond.
A.J. Shaw was very aggressive in the first half, getting downhill, getting into the teeth of the defense. Would love to see that continue in the second half. From there, that forces the defense to converge and opens up opportunities for Reinhardt shooters.
Inbounding feed, pitched very long. Gathered and fired from the straightaway for the first lead of the second half for Reinhardt's Eagles.
And A.J. Shaw is in a nice rhythm right now. He got things going by slashing to the rim, now knocking down a long-range bomb. It's been #1's night so far here at the Brown Athletic Center.
A.J. Shaw up to 13 points already. Down low, and Seitz disrupts. Reinhardt able to take the ball away.
Very quiet night from C.J. Terrell. That was his first shot attempt. He came into this game as Spartanburg Methodist leading scorer at 13 points per game, also averaging around 7 rebounds. He hasn't been very effective.
This does go down inside. The putback gives Reinhardt a 3-point advantage, 41-38.
And this is Reinhardt continuing the forward momentum that they built for themselves towards the latter half of the first half. Spartanburg Methodist trying to find a way to regain it.
Good pass, but he can't hang on to it, and the putback rattles and won't go. Moving with pace. Pitch to the corner. Wow, is all alone, and it's a bit strong.
If he would have knocked that one down, you would have surely seen a timeout.
Wanted the jam and doesn't have the sauce, and he's limping it off to the other end and fouled hard.
And I thought T. Williams was getting ready to bring the house down on that when we saw him take the gather, try to attack 2 guys met at the summit.
I thought they were going to give him the Dillard treatment right there. Brown to Lau. He's open on the wing and misses.
Tucker Lau is the resident spot-up shooter in this lineup, so those are looks that he's going to have to hit if Reinhardt is going to pull away.
Shaw from the straightaway drives. Flipped across Brown, washing machine, couldn't knock it down. Good rebound by Teasley. Kelton has been a menace. Teasley, the entry feed tipped away by Derek Brown.
And that was a nice effort to get in front by Derek Brown. Earlier this year, Coach Richard Morgan really challenged Derek Brown to be better on the defensive end of the floor. He has answered the call this season. He will surely be an all-defensive team selection this year.
Down the baseline, working his way toward the painted area, and the foul inside.
Blake Seitz giving up a little bit of size there against C.J. Terrell. I spoke on it earlier. Terrell very quiet in the first half. He didn't even have a shot attempt. Coming in as Spartanburg Methodist leading scorer, expect to see him get involved much more here in the second frame. And also a rare miss at the line for C.J. Terrell. He's top 5 in the conference in free throw percentage. That's the reverse announcer's jinx. I waited for him to shoot the free throw before saying that stat.
I feel like it's your fault.
Nah, it's not my fault.
They knew.
You got to give me credit for him hitting the second one.
Maybe. 41-39. We'll see. Worked all around outside. A.J. Shaw dishes this. Back to the straightaway like Shaw. Entry feed to Brown is swatted. Long feed to Kelton, contested by Lau, and it's not enough. And one as he'll head to the stripe.
So the first time that Kelton Teasley had a run out in this half, we saw him get hung on the dunk attempt. Maybe try to get a little bit too creative right there going up through the contact. Nice little kiss off the glass and a score with a chance for one more.
It's off the mark. You know where that comes from, that kiss off the glass?
Bill Raftery.
No, I learned it from George Blaha, which you probably never even heard of George Blaha.
Woo.
He's the voice of the Michigan State Spartans on WJR, a 50,000-watt station in Michigan. Blaha is an icon, man, and it's one of those guys that's not on national TV that people will never hear of. Awesome guy. It's like Wes Durham doing the Falcons. Like, a lot of people don't know who Wes Durham is that live outside of the Southeast, and man, Wes Durham, Mike Connie, they're some of the best broadcasters alive.
Yeah, I just came up on Bill Raftery being the one to say that, so I stole that from him.
That's good. This goes down low for Seitz.
And Blake Seitz getting involved. Nice little post feed there. Not used to seeing Seitz operate out of the post, so definitely a welcome sign for Eagles fans.
From the straightaway drives. Tried to spin and hangs onto it. Ball rolling to the front court. Kelton. Teasley got it all the way back up to the arc, and the 3 ball is wide. It's a little hectic in here. Williams all the way to the straightaway. 3 ball for Seitz, weak. Teasley running the floor. Has help, and it's blocked by Williams. Goodbye.
And that was created by Blake Seitz, stopping the fast break, staying vertical, staying in the middle, and T. Williams, the chase down rejection. Thought we were going to get a little bit of a blocked by Williams action there. Maybe blocked by T has a nicer ring to it.
Back to the other end of the floor go the Reinhardt Eagles, 45-43, a back-and-forth battle. Driving, fires in motion and gets it to go.
Yep, back and forth we go, back and forth, a true seesaw affair. Teams jockeying for positioning in this game, jockeying for positioning within the AAC standings.
Caleb Jenkins drives and fires and can't get it. Long feed down the floor. Williams, washing machine, step back, it's out. A rail, way back on the front court. Jackson tries. On the top of the block, it's Williams who hooks it up. He had to take that shot. There's only a couple seconds left on the shot clock.
And the Eagles being bailed out by the foul call there, but they cannot fall into the trap of playing stagnant one-on-one basketball.
First tie of the game with 5 minutes gone in our second half. Reinhardt and Spartanburg deadlocked. Welcome back in North Georgia. Reinhardt and Spartanburg are deadlocked. Eagles and Pioneers battling it out on SCSN. Glad you're with us. Gabriel Fry, Lorenzo Robinson bringing you the chaos in the Brown Athletic Center.
Shaka Smart used to say 40 minutes of havoc.
Of what? Havoc?
Havoc.
That's about right.
VCU. Back in the day, VCU was really good.
One-point game, 46-45, flicked across to the corner. From the wing, drives down to the block, floater won't drop. Seitz hauls it in. Wants to take that three, he'll drive and fire on the way. Williams can't knock it down. Pushed outside, going to work and stopped. The call down inside.
Right now, sort of seeing some disjointed offensive play between both sides. The team that can get into consistent offense down the stretch will be the one to win this ball game.
One on the shot clock. That might not have been in time. Tried to get it off and just couldn't do it.
Yeah, there was no pace to the offense for the Pioneers on that possession. It really seemed like things grinded to a halt as the shot clock was winding down. I'm not sure they realized that they didn't really have that much time left.
Dead as Williams was ready to knife his way inside. We've almost played 7.5 minutes in this second half. A tug of war between Georgia and South Carolina, the Palmetto State and the Peach State. Have you seen their state flag?
I have.
That goes hard.
It's beautiful.
I kind of want one in my house. Is that weird? Like just in my house in Tennessee to have a South Carolina?
No, that's not weird at all. I mean, being that I have a lot of family in South Carolina.
This goes and one as he'll go to the line.
But being that I have a lot of family in South Carolina, I've seen that state flag a lot of times, and there's this store that's about 5 minutes from my grandmother's house, and it's called Rivals. And it has one side, the South Carolina logo, University of South Carolina, rather, and then the Clemson logo with the Palmetto State symbol right in the middle. So
nice.
I can't say I thought of that and said I wanted it in my house, but I wouldn't really mind if I had it in my house.
No, it'd be fine. Yeah.
It'd be a cool idea,
it's
right?
It's fine. Yeah, it's good.
I guess.
Yeah. Poked away.
I don't know what the New Jersey state flag looks like.
Should I Google it? And we've got a little pushing and shoving going on the floor. Nakai shouting back, and the officials are all over Calvin Brown, who's over with Coach.
So we're going to have a conference with the officials, and I feel like at worst this should be a double technical. Let them play on. Don't let this dictate anything with the game. Hopefully the officials see it that way as well. I'm always a big proponent of allowing the players on the floor the chance to determine the game. You don't want to let anything like this really impact one way or another.
They're talking it out. Hopefully they will again give us an update as to what is going on. Lorenzo, there's the New Jersey State flag.
I can tell you, as many images as I had in my mind, that is not what I was expecting.
I'm not sure what that is, but we saw it, so.
It's good to know it exists.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
I'm so sorry to my Garden State family for not being more abreast.
You got to be locked in.
Not being abreast enough.
Abreast, that's crazy. And so they are still trying to get this sorted. We've got both coaches and both officials at the table again, second time in this game. And they're satisfied, so we're going to play on.
So I'm thinking that we got a double technical foul there, one on the Pioneers, one on the Eagles, and we'll play on. That is likely the correct call. Again, you don't want to allow those fracases to really impact the game one way or another.
Yeah, so it is going to be a foul by Nakai and Calvin Brown, but a tech on Calvin Brown and not Nakai. And they are going to assess the tech against Nakai now. So a double tech indeed, as this is hammered by T. Williams. Deflected away, loose, and Jackson can't get to it.
And as great as T. Williams has been offensively this season, I think he's been just as dominant on the defensive end as well. We see there operating as a rim protector for the Eagles on that possession.
Flick that onto the floor, we're gonna head the other way.
But that was altered by the presence of Williams. You could tell that Lacey was feeling Williams' presence coming from the weak side, which forced him to alter that shot.
Entry feed, stolen away. Dished across, back to the straightaway, back and forth they go. Jenkins left it. Driving with the ball was Aiken Shannon. Sent it inside, and that's just too much. He was going nowhere, but he does get the call. So Aiken Shannon steals the ball away, flicks it forward down to Lacey, who draws the foul and will go to the line. He kind of makes the whole play. Lacey's got 3 points, a chance to earn 2 more.
And I don't really think you can get much closer than where these two teams are right now. The Reinhardt Eagles, 19 of 44 from the field. Spartanburg Methodist, 17 of 38. Just a 2 percentage point discrepancy there. 3-point field goals, 4 made on both sides. Free throws, 7 made on both sides. 26 rebounds apiece as well.
T. Williams, if he could just heat his shooting up, he would be the dominant force in this game. Shaw leading all scorers with 13. Williams has a dozen. Spartanburg led by Teasley with 11 and 10 for Brown. 5 for 3 players, Jenkins, Terrell, and Marithi. Hook shot, big, high bounce. Derek Brown finds the bottom of the net, and he's got 4.
Yeah, that was a nice job of T. Williams staying patient, facing that double team. Derek Brown flashing for him and allowing him to finish down low. But I think they're saying that there may have been some blood on the arm or maybe the shorts of Nakai Fisher, so we're going to get that addressed.
You're trying to clean that up.
Stoppage of play to make sure that everything is okay with Fisher.
And Fisher looks good to go. to the corner. Just enough space to pull the trigger, and he buries the three to bring us back within 3 points.
Kennedy Aiken-Shannon hasn't hit one since the early part of the first half. Good to see him get back going for the Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers.
From the elbow, it rims out. Chance to bring us, it's a one-possession game. They could tie it or bring it within one. Flicked across to the wing, drives down into the paint, and he is rejected with force. It's enough for the call.
And how difficult is it to try to attack going up against Derek Brown? Derek Brown with the rejection.
Pumped fire to the wing. Driving is Aiken-Shannon. Down low, off the glass it goes. How about that play?
So something that we see a lot in basketball, those guys dropping the arms, losing their verticality. Pioneers able to produce.
Look at the busiest stretch of highway in the world. The Pioneers had to cross it to make it to North Georgia. It's Spartanburg and Reinhardt. And this one is as close as it's going to get. A look at your current score. A 1-point game sees Reinhardt in the lead with 10 minutes exactly to play, Lorenzo.
Yes, indeed, and we're going to see if the Reinhardt Eagles can control this win, keep themselves in the mix to remain in the AAC top 10, or can Spartanburg Methodist creep even closer into that top 10 spot?
There it is. We are tied for the second time in this game, 51-all.
And it's been a rough season for Spartanburg Methodist overall, but I love the fight that they've shown in this game. They're really giving themselves a chance, and you can tell they feel like they have enough talent to compete with anyone.
All the way to the corner, and he buries the three. Jackson Souza.
And nothing like a three-point shot coming in rhythm. Jackson Souza ready and waiting. Great one more from Arrayo Jones.
Driving, wants to fire it, he gets it to go. Beautiful response, keeps it within one.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Jenkins is the smallest guy on the floor, but he has game. He has some real game.
On the way, Williams rustles the twine. 56-53.
Yeah, nice little Euro step off of the low pickup, and T. Williams with the finish.
It's a really nice look. Three ball on the way from the corner. Oh my goodness. He hits that one from the Palmetto State.
And at one point it seemed like neither team could get anything to go. Now neither team can miss.
You're not kidding. Quite the turnaround for these two. Arrayo dished it back to Jones.
Spartanburg Methodist now in that 2-3 zone.
Reinhardt will stay with it. 56-all, tied.
For Spartanburg Methodist, these last few possessions, getting into that 2-3 zone. Whenever they can get that defense set, they feel strongly about their chances to force stops. The Eagles have struggled going up against the zone at times this season.
Quick couple of passes from the straightaway against Derek Brown. Terrell didn't like it, three ball short. That was a heat check for Aiken Shannon. If he'd have hit that, he'd have been red hot. He's got 13. Quickly from the elbow, it's short. Aiken Shannon across. Going to work is Caleb Jenkins. Shows off those handles. 3-ball again, this time weak. Pinballs and rolls off the floor to go with the Eagles.
I feel like both sides just need a chance to catch their breath.
No kidding.
A lot of action going both ways.
Kevin, the referee, came over here and spoke to you and I during the break and just let us know, hey, that was a double tech, and they were just talking, you know.
Figured as such.
Pitched outside. Nakai from 2 steps back knocks down a 3-ball.
And Nakai Fisher has come alive. That is how Reinhardt will reach their full potential, by seeing number 4 make his mark offensively.
Wild 3 down low. Jenkins, hey baby, rims and drops it, and he is playing big time ball down low.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again, Caleb Jenkins has some real game, folks.
Fun to watch him hoop. On the way from the wing, short. 59-58. Looking to respond, and it'll be big if they can. Jenkins is run down by Derek Brown.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Caleb Jenkins right now giving the Reinhardt Eagles everything they can handle and more in his shift. Already up to 9 points and a lot of skill. Anytime that you're a basketball player, you're not the tallest guy on the floor, you know that your skill set has to be on another level just to be able to survive out there. Caleb Jenkins, very impressive so far.
Tied again, and they take the lead again, 60-59. Caleb Jenkins has got 11 now. Reinhardt gonna work their way to the other end of the floor. They could use a big bucket. Down the baseline, Williams knifes his way through to take the lead back for Reinhardt, 61-60.
And how about the spin-a-rooney down low from T. Williams with the finish?
Spin-a-rooney's his way to 16 points. It's not like a macaroni brand, mac and cheese for kids.
It was actually a popular wrestling move from Booker T.
Down low off the glass, and back and forth we go in a boxing match, if you will. 62-61, trading blows. Oh my goodness, disgusting. Get the mop that's broken to clean that up.
And number 3 is getting in his bag, deep in his bag with that one.
T. Williams makes it 63-62. Nakai can't believe the call. Williams has got 18 points. We're back at the line. That rattles out, ball is loose. Reinhardt, long trip down the floor and off the window. Williams giving 20 for Reinhardt, 65-62.
And you never want to be underwhelmed by a score, but I think the crowd was hoping that T. Williams was going to bring the house down with the jam.
From the straightaway, dished by Jenkins. Aiken Shannon, heavily defended by Nakai. Pushed through and flicked out the foul. Jackson this time, the one who it's called against, in a 3-point game.
And it's going to have to be C.J. Terrell getting himself going, getting more aggressive if Spartanburg Methodist is going to finish with this win.
This goes as it brings us within one, 65-64. We got to move the football, guys, or we got to move. Oh, my goodness. 5 minutes left to play. T. Williams on the wing. Step back, disgusting. Get the soap out. Clean the floor. Get him out of here. An infectious disease, a bucket scoring machine. He's got 23.
And T. Williams again getting deep in his bag of tricks, making something happen with the step back. Mr. Williams, what do you have in store for us next?
Through down low, rattles and goes. 68-66, a 2-point game.
Three's calling for it.
Williams, oh my goodness, he's got it on a string. Working the orange, dribbling, steps back, fires three. No, too strong. Jackson gets it back. Williams through traffic and one. Turn the lights off. I can't watch anymore.
You know, we call that the classic 1-4 flat. Give the ball to number 3. Everybody else get out of the way. We'll figure out the rest later.
That's a good timeout.
A great timeout.
That's a good timeout.
That's a great timeout.
All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content. NSBN Sports, visit us at nsbnsports.com.
Welcome back to an absolute barn burner. This is as good as it gets, as these two have gone back and forth, and this has turned into a slugfest. At the line, shooting for that third point, T. Williams. That goes, as he'll get all three, as we whip you around on the left side of your screen. Cornerstone and Defiance wrapped up. And looks like they've wrapped up in Michigan as well. One of the later games now in the NAI window. Pumps. Corner three, Aiken. Shannon gets it to go from downtown Atlanta, Georgia.
And he has led the way for Spartanburg Methodist in this game, now up to 16 points, his fourth made three-pointer of the night.
On the way through traffic, rims, rattles, can't get it, and pulled down by Seitz as we get the call.
And the unfortunate part about that one for the Reinhardt Eagles, Spartanburg Methodist in the double bonus for the remainder of the game.
T. Williams has got 24 points. And so I think the playbook at this stage in the game becomes, how do we keep him from getting the ball inside anymore?
Easier said than done, because it seems like in the early parts of the game, T. Williams does a nice job of letting the game come to him. He's not really being overly aggressive. But as the game goes on, you know that it becomes a point where he says, I feel comfortable with myself being able to lead my team to victory, and he just gets into takeover mode. Right now, we are seeing the T. Williams show on the offensive end for the Reinhardt Eagles.
Kelvin Brown, 82% at the line this season. Gets it to go. So far in this game, both teams have hit 7 3-balls. Reinhardt has missed far more. They've attempted 20 times, 16 attempts for Spartanburg. Both teams right around 50% from the floor, 25 of 48 Pioneers, 28 of 59 Reinhardt. Points in the paint are 32 apiece. Second chance points are 12 to 9 as this one goes. 72-71, 3.5 to play. Those are huge points.
Yeah, that was a unique take on the three-point play there for Spartanburg Methodist, but it gets the job done and gives them the lead. Now, if you're Coach Morgan, you got to try to find creative ways to get number 3 involved. You know they're going to load up to stop him.
This goes!
And I think number 3, he's reached flow state here, Gabe.
I mean, he can do no wrong. Add to his total. Already had 2 dozen, now he's got 26. T. Williams hit that. Spartanburg to respond, trailing by 1. 3-ball, just short. 2:40 to play. Crucial stages.
Williams up to 26. Everyone doing the same thing. They're saying, give the ball to number 3. Everybody clear out on an island. They're going to send help.
Nakai, stolen. Aiken Shannon has the floor. He'll hit the brakes and slow this down. That's a great decision by Aiken Shannon.
Yes, it was. You know Spartanburg Methodist, they're not going to allow number 3 to go one-on-one much longer.
Look at the 2-ball from the baseline, and that gives SMC the lead, 74-73. That is a clutch decision. Back and forth brawl on the border of Georgia, up in the mountains of Waleska. 26 points for T. Williams. Can SMC nurture this lead? Find out in just a moment from Reinhardt University. Back in North Georgia between the Eagles of Reinhardt, Pioneers of Spartanburg Methodist. SMC trying to topple Reinhardt University on the road. Spartanburg 2-8 on the road this season. Reinhardt 3-9 at home.
Now, I will say it was great to be able to get a front row seat to the T. Williams show. But if I'm the Reinhardt Eagles now, I need to try to find a way to optimize the attention that T. Williams receives and hopefully give our team a chance to use that to our advantage.
Couldn't agree more. Kevin coming together with Art.
You know that when T. Williams touches it, he's going to draw 2 defenders. At least if Spartanburg Methodist was smart, they're going to send 2 defenders his way. Now this is where he can swing the ball, get the defense in rotation, and create advantages for his teammates.
This is A.J. Shaw, defended by Kelton to take the inbounding feed. Aiken Shannon right in front of us at the table. Dished. Shaw drives. 2 minutes left to play in a 1-point game. Way back on the front court. Williams handles. Tried the heat check there and a little too much. Feeling it. So to the line we go. This is buried by Teasley. 77% at the line this season. He's got 12 points tonight.
Yeah, and that was exactly what the Reinhardt Eagles and Coach Morgan did not want to see. Again, as great as T. Williams has played, this is where you parlay the attention that he receives and really put the defense into a bind, forcing them into a 4-on-3 situation, opening the door for your other guys.
It's a great opportunity to take advantage of how heavily they're defending number 3. There's number 3, washing machine, and fouled on his way through.
Now, Williams is very creative when you send multiple bodies his way. I like the decision in the set that Coach Morgan called, getting Williams the ball, going downhill, and allowing him to make a decision before the defense can load up to stop him.
Williams, no. T has shot 83% at the line this season. He's got 26 points. Give him 27. 90 seconds to play. Huge offensive possession.
Jenkins getting some well-deserved late-game minutes.
Kelton lost to Kai, down to the corner. Space, Shannon Aiken buries that one from downtown Atlanta. A huge 3-ball. 5-point advantage, 65 seconds to go. This 3 is wide, rebounded by the Pioneers. Could be put-away points. Driving, Teasley fires, hook shot off the mark. Tried to pull it down, and it's taken away by Spartanburg. C.J. Terrell, the forward, he's got 15 points with that. 51 seconds to go, it's 81-74.
And what an absolutely cataclysmic turn of events for the home team. Reinhardt found a way to get themselves back into it, the momentum on their side. The Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers, cool, calm, and collected. And earlier I talked about C.J. Terrell being very quiet in that first half, not even attempting a shot. C.J. Terrell, 6 of 8, 15 points in the second half alone. And how about Kennedy Aiken-Shannon?
Drives, hesitates, and fires as we get the whistle down in the low paint. 43 seconds on the clock. C.J. Terrell's still got his hands up.
And basketball players will do that after dropping their hands on the drive. They'll then raise their hands back up to say that I kept them up.
Hey, I love it. Let them know. Tell them, CJ.
But that was a nice aggressive take to the rim by A.J. Shaw. Win or lose, this is the best version of A.J. Shaw when he's getting into the paint, utilizing his size to make life difficult for players in the backcourt, and then creating looks for his teammates.
Shaw's got 15 points. It's a 2-possession game. SMC heavily defended in the corner. Shakes him. Pinballed into the air as we get the whistle. It's a kicked ball by Shaw. Crafty by Kelvin Brown to split the difference. And a wise time for a timeout. So SMC had probably their most important couple of buckets of the night seconds ago, and with so little time left to play, what's the game plan? What are you putting on the whiteboard right here?
For which side, if I'm Reinhardt or if I'm Spartanburg Methodist?
Well, if you're SMC, what do?
Got to knock down your free throws. Well, first you have to advance the ball past half court, and the danger is when you put the ball on the floor. When you put the ball on the floor, that is when you put yourself in a tough spot. You have to be able to get the ball across the timeline by using the pass. You have 30 seconds to work with and 39 seconds left in the game. Once you get the ball across half court, just survive and knock your free throws down.
And for Reinhardt, obviously a very different situation. What would you have in the bag of tricks for this?
Got to have a nice trap and someone coming from the weak side.
Three could be crucial in the late stages. And the call on the back side of the floor. 36 seconds to go.
And Teasley's had his fair share of struggles at the line in this game. He's 3 of 5 so far today.
76% on the season. He's got 13 points. Make it 14. Still just a 2-possession game at 6 points.
But I've been very impressed with the poise that the Pioneers have shown here down the stretch. The game got tight, and they did not stray away from their game plan.
Teasley, 2 for 2, 3-possession game. Huge trip to the stripe. Shot clock, game clock separated by 5. Arail Jones, he's got 5 points, just his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, not really known as a jump shooter, but that was a nice, calm, cool shot in rhythm.
Huge 3-ball, Richard Morgan and the Eagles taking advantage of the timeout. So the first trip to the stripe pays off for SMC's Pioneers. A lot of time left to go. 30 seconds can feel like forever in a 4-point game. I'd be nervous to send Aiken Shannon to the line just because he's 2 for 4 tonight. I don't know if I'd want to go to Calvin Brown again if I could help it. And that's the perfect man to give the ball. 2 for 2 tonight at the stripe. Caleb Jenkins, 95% on the year at the charity stripe.
That is the ultimate announcer's jinx. So if he can fight that one off, I'd say he's had a pretty good night.
Don't say that. You just made it worse.
Just adding intrigue. You familiar with parsley?
Jenkins, 3 for 3 on the night and remains 95% on the season at the line.
Probably a little more than 95% after that one.
Five-point game to make it 6. Still 2 possessions. He does.
But in all seriousness, a tremendous showing for Caleb Jenkins. All 5'7" of him. He's given the Pioneers so many great minutes coming off the bench.
Hits the gas and blocked inside. Somehow gets it back. Arail just hit a 3 moments ago. This is short and hauled in by the Pioneers with a dozen seconds left on the clock. He's fouled intentionally. Kelvin Brown.
And this, the biggest win of the season for the Pioneers. Every win crucial down the stretch of this year. But again, coming into this game, the Reinhardt Eagles, they knew what the stakes were. The top 10, only the top 10 makes the AAC tournament later this month in Kingsport, Tennessee. Reinhardt, 10th currently in the AAC standings. With this 9th loss of the year, Reinhardt now finds themselves tied in the loss column with Milligan. Another loss, Reinhardt finds themselves outside of the top 10. Meanwhile, Spartanburg Methodist with 11 losses, they're right back in the mix because right now, 9 losses is 10th. Milligan and Reinhardt, if they drop 2 more, you get into those tiebreaker scenarios, the Pioneers might find themselves in Kingsport, Tennessee. You cannot possibly overstate how important of a win this is for the Pioneers' chances this season.
Kelvin Brown got that. 7-point game with a dozen seconds to go. Really impressive stuff. Reinhardt next. They'll host Bryan, CIU, and Pikeville. This is off the mark. Reinhardt, still a few seconds left to go as this is whipped up the floor. Bluefield, Milligan, and Truett McConnell next on the schedule for the Pioneers, who will dribble out the clock harmlessly. Nice 86-79 win for SMC. An impressive showing on the road for the Pioneers, Lorenzo.
Coming into a hostile environment, the Brown Athletic Center, a true team effort for the Pioneers. 5 players in double figures. Aiken Shannon, the star of the show.
If you had to look back on this, was there a turning point or one moment where it really felt like SMC had it in the bag?
Well, there was one moment where Reinhardt went ahead 62-61, and then Spartanburg Methodist responded with a 3-pointer, a layup, and an and one. Once they took that quick run, that really gave them the distance that they needed. From there, it was just keeping their foot on the gas.
They did indeed keep their foot on the gas as they finish with an 86-79 win. I believe we will also have some post-game interviews. If we don't, appreciate you being with us for this one. Any closing thoughts before we send everyone on their way?
Reinhardt's playing for their playoff lives. Every game very important, starting Saturday with Bryan College.
7-point win, your final in favor of the SMC Pioneers. Appreciate you being with us. For Lorenzo Robinson, all of the fans, the entire crew, the Pioneers and the Eagles, I'm Gabriel Schrei saying so long from Waleska, Georgia. All games and events airing on our networks are broadcast live in our copyright material. Today's game will be archived and available for replay inside of the Apper platform where you viewed it. This has been a presentation of the Southeast Sports Network and Tri-Media.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy. I want them to know when I'm sad. And I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero. Steal the show. Or even start a new club. You can meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Original Afghan is the world's best players set their sights on the tournament.
The atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this
lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. An unbelievable moment in this part of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the end. Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me? Boy, can you hold me?
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that the big homie needs help too. You can't just rebound from everything. I know you've been grinding.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. I wonder why we waited so long. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind. Let's see how far we can go.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids, I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to...